I know you're probably as surprised as I am, but Nick Saban and Alabama are making moves on the recruiting trail. We'll tell you all about it on this episode of Tide Talk Live. What's up, Tide fans? Stacey Blackwood here. Cannot wait to dive into today's show as we talk some Alabama football recruiting. But before we do that, you guys know the drill. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe today, and then jump in the comment section and answer today's question. Will Alabama flip Georgia commit Demarcus Riddick, the four-star linebacker from Alabama? Can the Tide flip him from the Bulldogs? Jump in the comments and give us a Y for yes or an N for no, and we cannot wait to see what everyone has to say about that. All right. Before we dive too far into this weekend's visitors, we do want to recap a little bit about what happened last weekend, and more specifically with two guys who visited Alabama last weekend, Daniel Calhoun and Jordan Seaton, two offensive linemen, four-star guys who Alabama is hot and heavy for in the class of 2024. Leading up to last weekend, it was looking pretty slim for Alabama in their chances of landing either of those two prospects. But once they got those guys on campus for an official visit, it looks like Alabama is right there in the mix and may even be in the driver's seat for both Calhoun and Seton. Those would be two massive pickups for Alabama. We know what Nick Saban and Coach Eric Wolford are trying to do with the Alabama offensive line as they kind of rebuild and revamp that offensive line in Tuscaloosa to be a more physical group up front, as you've seen over the past couple of recruiting cycles. And that's going to continue in the class of 2024. And Jordan Seaton and Daniel Calhoun would be two massive gets for the Crimson Tide. Even if they were just able to land one of those guys, it would be a huge win on the recruiting trail in terms of the class of 2024. So look out for Jordan Seaton and Daniel Calhoun as their recruitment continues on. And like I said, having those two guys on campus last weekend together, I really think it shows that Nick Saban and Alabama are wanting to move to a more physical brand of football, and those two guys are certainly that. Jordan Seaton's at IMG Academy right now. Of course, Alabama has a great track record there. Evan Neal, J.C. Latham, Tyler Booker, just to name a few. So Alabama has some pedigree there at that school, at that program. So Jordan Seaton could be the next guy, the next wave of talented offensive linemen from IMG to play for Nick Saban at Alabama. And Daniel Calhoun is a Georgia native, so it's going to be hard to beat out the Bulldogs. But Alabama, from everything we're hearing, is right there in the mix for Daniel Calhoun. So just big time guys there on the offensive line that Alabama could use as a part of this 2024 class. Right now, I would say it's between Alabama and Georgia for Calhoun, and it looks to be Ohio State in first place and Alabama in a close second for Jordan Seaton. So two battles there between two of the premier programs in the country. So that'll be definitely something worth noting and watching over the summer months, over the next few weeks between Jordan Seaton and Daniel Calhoun as class of 2024 offensive lineman prospects. But moving along to this weekend, what a massive weekend it is in Tuscaloosa for Nick Saban and his coaching staff as they host just a plethora of talented prospects from the class of 2024. There's several guys who are already committed to Alabama who's going to be in town. Jalen Mbakwe, uh, you know, uh, Sterling Dixon, uh, just so many guys that are already committed to Alabama are going to be there. Then you look, Colin Simmons, the five-star defensive end or edge player, outside linebacker, is going to be in town. I don't think Alabama has a really good chance of landing Simmons. I really think they're on the outside looking in, but the fact that they get an official visit from Simmons, get him on campus, you never know with these things. Recruiting can change, at any given moment. But right now, I think Alabama's on the outside looking in for Colin Simmons. But like I said, getting him on campus is huge for Coach Saban and his staff. They get Jalen Mbakwe back on campus. Jordan Beeman, a guy who committed to Alabama just a couple weeks ago, he's going to be there. And like I said, Sterling Dixon, a commit for Alabama, is also going to be on campus. But to me, the recruit of the weekend to watch is Demarcus Riddick, the four-star linebacker, maybe a five-star linebacker, depending on which recruiting service you look at, from Alabama, who is currently committed to Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. He's going to be on campus, and this is a guy who's been on flip watch for a couple months now. It hasn't happened yet, but now he's going to be in Tuscaloosa for an official visit, and I really think you got to like Alabama's chances to make that flip for Demarcus Riddick, a guy who is one of the best linebackers in the country, a guy who I think is a future star at inside linebacker. And if Alabama can pull this flip from Demarcus Riddick, that would be a massive win over Kirby Smart and the two-time national championship winning Georgia Bulldogs. So that's something to look forward to this weekend. Not only are things happening this weekend, but all throughout the month of June. What a massive month it is. It's really turned into official visit month. That's what June has become. And I think you're going to start seeing some commitments this month and also into July and August as well. So recruiting is really going to start to heat up, really starting right now up until the start of the college football season there in late August and early September. And here at Tide Talk Live, we're going to be here every step of the way to kind of guide you through all the recruiting rumors and news that are going around involving the Alabama Crimson Tide. But that's going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe today. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us over at TikTok. We're always putting out stuff there as well. And then jump in the comment section and answer our question. Will Demarcus Riddick flip his commitment from Georgia to Alabama? Why for yes and for no? And please feel free to give us any other thoughts and opinions on our episode here regarding recruiting. But thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to be back for more content here on our channel. But we'll see you soon. Roll Tide.